This is the 1995 Nissan Primera P10 facelift going on a joyride in the Tatoi Krioneri village, Athens suburb, Athens outskirts region. Here we go. So this is an actual 2.2 kilometers road going upwards, going up to the village from the stable farm of the Nissan Primera P10 facelift, and it goes for an actual return by the same road at a total tally of 4.4 kilometers for an actual joyful ride, maintenance ride of the vehicle, to keep up the operational readiness and maintenance operation capacity of the vehicle. Everything works in a very satisfactory operation formation. All mechanical, electrical, electronic components of the car have a very good synergy among them. There is literally not a single default or, let's say, misstate of the car's systems, and this is due to the very resilient and enduring structure of the car, by its design and manufacturing in Sutherland of England, that literally is the best car of the 90s and early 2000s. Then the Audi A4 B7 took the leadership with an era of 2005 up to 2015, when the Mercedes C180 came into life. So the second gear, the third gear, the fourth gear, the gearbox operates perfectly. The engine is in full proning power deliverance, working power deliverance. The car can accelerate immediately, like a car of 5 years of age. Now particularly I'm clutching in the fourth gear, and the car is literally flawless. It has an actual tagging tally kilometers on the odometer at 390,295, and we are thankful to God, to our Super Emperor Jesus Christ, Son of God, for the actual very good state of the vehicle. That actually we had the the regular maintenance every 1 year or every 10,000 kilometers. And it is a very, very workable car with continuous maintenance out of hobby. The exterior, the interior are in A state. The paint is glowing, is shining. A lot of washing though has taken place, and we are grateful for its whole state. So if you're asking me about any problems, any defaults for the Nissan Primera P10, the facelift, actually this was the last year of its build up in Sutherland. I don't have anything to refer. I would say that the only thing that we should establish is the proper maintenance of this vehicle and every vehicle in general, classical mode of operation, because every system, every machine, every actual mechanical, electrical, electronic system needs maintenance. So my advice is for a regular every 1 year or every 10,000 kilometers maintenance of the vehicle, and it's literally in no problem situation. The suspension was never changed. We only had some additions, some replacements of some very minor rods of connection in the suspension, with the comments by the applier in the workshop saying that the car is riding on foam. Literally, that the car is in the best suspension wipe out of the anomalies of the road and so on. The engine of this Nissan Primera is a state of an art. It is even remarked in the brochure that we still have after 31 years of ownership, that actually the brochure refers to then the technology of the twin cam 16 valves of the Nissan engine, the GADE, the GA16D I think is the code, that has a microprocessor that ordinates and regulates the engine's workability per hundreds of times per second. This is why the engines of the Nissan Primeras and all other vehicles of the Nissan brand with this technology applied are engines, are fans that have never broken or have never had any leaks or any disorder or any actual malfunction to its regularity of the valves or the cylinders or the combustions, multi-point injection actually it is, workability. The car is literally insulated, has never had any leaks of water inside the cabin, inside the engine or whatever, and it's very tough. It is very enduring for another, for instance, 5-10 years with the proper maintenance, of course, always applied. its consumption after 30 years and a half, going to 31 years actually in August 2026, the actual consumption of the fuel stays exactly at its factory precise accuracy metrics of 8.9 liters per 100 kilometers. The consumption of the fuel has stayed literally exactly the same without any overloads of consumption for 30 years and a half, 30.5 years. So the congratulations and the bravos have to be applied and approximated to the Japanese and to the UK engineers of the engine, the mechanical, the electrical and electronic components of the vehicle. Because of a super resilience. The steering wheel is hydraulic. Of course, we had to readjust the power. We had to fix the steering wheel because at some period had lost its hydraulic powering due to the default of the fuselage of the steering wheel in the engine compartment. That cost it at about 200 euros. But I think for a 29 years then when the problem occurred, it's a very logical time frame. The car is literally in the best possible state, even comparing with 5 years of age, 10 years of age vehicles, sedans and so on. Actually, its design is very modern, it's very aerodynamic. The Nissan Primera has an aerodynamic resistance at 0.29 or even better at 0.28 if I can recall better, more precisely. That is not made by any other vehicle in the market since the 90s, even up to now in 2026. So it is literally a diamond car. It's literally a perfect example of one of the best vehicles ever made. Oh. So we have recently applied 15.24 liters of 100 octanes gasoline. The gasoline indicator has revved up to half. It's a tank of at about 60 liters of the fuel capacity. The rev meter works perfectly. Mainly the operations range between 1000 to 2000 and a half RPM, even to 3000s, but the whole car is moving very fast, up to 3000 RPMs. Further from 3000 RPMs and above, it is literally coinciding with a very higher power engine performance car. It is really a diamond out of Nissan there than in the 90s, in the 1995, even earlier in 1990, when the first model started with the 90 horsepower engine capacity. You can see the dash is literally as new. The plastics, everything, the buttons, the operation of the fan, the air condition still works perfectly. It's very cooling. The gearbox is a state of an art. The gears plug in and clutch in like in velvet. The handbrake works perfectly. This is our savior's super symbol. He's super on cross, protector of the car and the driver and the passengers always. And it is in a very, very beautiful state, thanks to the mercy of God. So this has been the Nissan Primera P10 facelift from 1995, a diamond vehicle car from the 1995.